Hare Krishna, Danvat Pranam. Welcome everyone to Vani Amrit Vani program. His Grace Rupa Vila, His Grace Lila Manohara Prabhuji will be giving his transcendental words of wisdom. His Grace Ram Kripa Das Prabhuji will be reading the Namamrit followed by Prabhupada quote followed by Prabhupada Lila Amrit. Thereafter Satya Haridas Prabhuji will be reciting the shlokas. Hare Krishna, Danvat Pranam.
Damodarashtakam by Akshar Gaur Prabhu.
हरि बोल प्रभु जी। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितमेन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada की जय। His Holiness गोपाल कृष्ण गोस्वामी महाराज की जय। His Holiness भक्ति आश्रय वैष्णव स्वामी महाराज की जय। His Grace शिक्षा गुरु रूप विलास प्रभु की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। नामामृत। If one constantly thinks of Krishna by chanting his holy name, he will return to Krishna Loka at the time of death. Lord Krishna to Arjuna. And whoever at the time of death quits his body, remembering me alone, at once attains my nature. Of this there is no doubt. In this verse, the importance of Krishna consciousness is stressed. Anyone who quits his body in Krishna consciousness is at once transferred to the transcendental abode of the Supreme Lord. The word smarana, remembering, is important. Remembrance of Krishna is not possible for the impure soul who is not practiced Krishna consciousness in devotional service. To remember Krishna, one should chant Mahamantra Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, incessantly following the footsteps of Lord Chaitanya, being more tolerant than the tree, humbler than the grass, and offering all respect to others without requiring respect in return. In such a way, one will be able to depart from the body successfully, remembering Krishna, and so attain the supreme goal. Whatever state of being one remembers, when he quits his body, the state he will attain without fail. The process of changing one's nature at the critical moment of death is here explained. How can one die in a proper state of mind? Maharaja Bharat brought thought of deer at the time of death and was transferred to that form of life. However, as a deer, Maharaj Bharat could remember his past activities. Of course, the cumulative effect of the thoughts and actions of one's life influences one's thoughts at the moment of death. Therefore, the action of this life determines one's future state of being. If one is transcendently absorbed in Krishna's service, then his next body will be transcendental, spiritual, not physical. Therefore, chanting Hare Krishna is the best process for successfully changing one's state of being into transcendental life. Therefore, Arjuna, you should always think of me in the form of Krishna and at the same time carry out your prescribed duty of fighting. Without your activities dedicated to me and your mind and intelligence fixed on me, you will attain me without doubt. This instruction of this instruction to Arjuna is very important for all men engaged in material activities. The Lord does not say that one should give up his prescribed duties for engagements. One can continue them at the same time. Think of Krishna by chanting Hare Krishna. This will free one from material contamination and engage the mind and intelligence in Krishna. By chanting Krishna's name, one will be transferred to the supreme planet Krishna Loka without doubt. He who meditates on the Supreme Personality of Godhead, his mind constantly engaged in remembering me, undeviated from the path, he, O Partha, is sure to reach me. In this verse, Lord Krishna stresses the importance of remembering him. One's memory of Krishna is revived by chanting the Mahamantra Hare Krishna. By this practice of chanting and hearing the sound vibration of the Supreme Lord, one's ear and tongue and mind are engaged. This mystic meditation is very easy to practice and it helps one attain the Supreme Lord. The devotee can constantly think of the object of worship, the Supreme Lord, in any of his features, Narayana, Krishna, Rama, etc., by chanting Hare Krishna. This practice will purify him, and at the end of his life, due to his constant chanting, he will be transferred to the kingdom of God. Yoga practices meditation on the super soul within. Similarly, the chanting Hare Krishna, one fixes his mind always on the Supreme Lord. The mind is fickle, and therefore it is necessary to engage the mind by force to think of Krishna. One example often given is that of the caterpillar that thinks of becoming a butterfly and so is transformed into butterfly in the same life. Similarly, if we constantly think of Krishna, it is certain that at the end of our lives we shall have the same bodily constitution as Krishna. Bhagavad Gita as it is 8.5 to 8. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada quote, 5th November. Your description of past incidents may be forgotten. We are not concerned with past misunderstandings. We are concerned only with progressive service to Krishna. Letter to Govinda Dasi, November 5th, 1970. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada Lila Amrita. In his introduction, Abhay reflected on the time when his young schoolboy he had attended a lecture Vidyaratna, the jewel of education. The theme of the lecture had been that God does not exist and could not exist. If there were God, he would certainly have appeared on the earth to put an end to all religious rivalry. But since the God had not obliged man in this way, we should banish all thought of his existence from our minds. The audience, Abhay explained, consisting only of so many young boys, did not delve deeply into the subject matter of the lecture. Yet the majority, impressed by the arguments, carried away lofty ideas of godlessness and thus became agnostic at home. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Danda Pranam to all listeners. Bhagavad Gita 14.12. लोभ प्रवृत्ति आरंभ कर्मणा शमशे स्पृहा रस्यस्तानि जायन्ते विवृद्धे भरतर्षभ. Translation. O chief of Bhartas, when there is an increase in the mode of passion, the symptoms of great attachment, fruitive activity, intense endeavor, and uncontrollable desire and hankering develop. Srimad Bhagavatam 4.13.15-16. Se chaksu sut ma krityam पल्याम मनुवाप है मनोरसूत महिषी वीरजात संगव सुतान पूर्वम कुत्सम चित्तित्रम द्रम्यूनम सत्यमृतम व्रतम अग्नि ष्टोमतिरात्रम पद्मशम शिव मुकुलकम. Translation: Sarvajiya's wife Akurti gave birth to son named Chaksusa, who became the sixth Manu at the end of the Manu millennium. Nadwala, the wife Nadwala, the wife of Chaksusa, Manu gave birth to the following faultless sons: Puru, Kutse, Trita, Dyamna, सत्यवान, व्रता, व्रता, अग्नि, सोस्मा, अरिष्टमा, प्रद्युम्न, शिबी एंड पुलमुका. चैतन्य चरितमृत 5.28. भीष्म केरा इच्छा कृष्ण की समर्पिता पुत्रेरा विरोधे किन्या लीला अर्पिते. Translation: King Bhishmaka wanted to give his daughter Rukmani in charity to Krishna, but Rukmini, his eldest son, objected. Therefore, he could not carry out his decision. Hare Krishna, Danda Pranam to all listeners.
ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः. श्री श्री राधा रास बिहारी जी की जय, सीता राम लक्ष्मण भक्त हनुमान की जय, गौरनिताय की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, इस होलीनेस गोपाल कृष्ण गोस्वामी महाराज की जय, इस ग्रेस रूपविलास प्रभु जी की जय. All glories to assembled devotees. Today's Namamrita is very, very important for all of us. Though every sloka of Bhagavad Gita is a manual for the life of every one of us, this chapter 8 is about attaining the Supreme. It's very important. This chapter 8 starts with Arjuna asking certain questions on behalf of all of us. Arjuna asked, what is Brahman? What is self? What are fruitive actions? What is material manifestation? What are demigods? Please explain. This is how the chapter 8 starts. All of us will have these doubts. Who am I? What is self? Who is Bhagavan? Who is Brahman? So in Srimad Bhagavatam, about Brahman very clearly it is stated, Brahmeti Paramatmeti Bhagavan iti sabhyate. Absolute truth is there in three forms. One is Brahman, second one is Paramatma, who resides in the heart of every living being, not only a human being, be it a tree, be it an animal, anybody and everybody in this world, Paramatma is residing. And Bhagavan, Supreme Personality of Godhead, that is the ultimate absolute truth. And Lord tells to Arjuna, if one constantly thinks of me by chanting his holy name, he will return to Krishna Loka or Goloka at the time of leaving his body. What is this purpose of life? Is to learn the art of death. Do we have any control over our birth? It is not. We don't have a control. It's already done. You have taken birth based on your past deeds in a particular family, in a particular place, in a particular manner, with a particular body structure. All these things are given. You don't have a discretion of altering it, but you have a discretion of the rest of your life, what to do, how to live, and how to die. That is absolutely the free will of each and every living being. So that is the best thing. Between birth and death, what we do is as per our own sweet will and our own discretion. What is the best way to do between birth and death? In English, between B and D comes C. So the C, what all we can do? We have various choices. We can do demonic activity or spiritual activity. We can do going to movies, beaches, and various exotic location, or going to Vrindavana, doing parikrama, going to Radha Rashmihari temple, and meditate on the Lord and pray to the Lord. So these are all the various choices. So we have to carefully do this choice. Be careful in deciding your choices between the birth and the death. C for choices. C for chanting. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. We can do C for chanting. We can, if you do sincere chanting and dancing, then you will get the mercy of C, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. You can go to the temple and have the Charanamrit. Then you will have all your pap gets vanished by sipping the Charanamrit. Read the commentary of Srila Prabhupada. See, for commentary, all the commentaries, purports written by Prabhupada, if you read, we will be having a pleasant life. Do the cow seva. See, for cow seva. Observe the Chaturmasya. See, for Chaturmasya. Decorate the Lord's body with the chandan. See, for chandan. And do chamra for the Lord. And also the Prabhupada and others, acharyas. Read the Brahma Sangita. Chintamani, see for Chintamani, Prakara Sadmasu, Kalpa Vriksha, Lakshe Smrteshu Surabir, Abhipalayantam, Lakshmi, Sahasrasa, Satasambrama, Sevyamanam, Govindamadi Purusham, Tamaham Bhajami. So, this paragraph is from 8.5 to 8.8. 8.5, very, very important sloka, and it's like a guide for each one of us. Anta kalecha mamevam smaranam mukta kalaivaram yaha prayati sa madbhavam yati nasti atra samshaya. Anta kale, at the end of the life, smaranam, mam eva smaranam, mam eva, Lord says, only me, not me also, not any other things. So think of Krishna only. Then he also says, you will attain me nasti atra. Nasti means there is no doubt at all. It's like a 100% assurance is used that if you are at the end of your life, if you think of me, means me, Lord Krishna, me only, then you will attain me. Whoever at the end of the life quits his body remembering me alone, at once, that is immediately, attains my nature. Of this there is no doubt at all. And in doing this chanting or remembering the Krishna, think of Krishna, always think of Krishna, never forget Krishna. There may be so many impediments, but we have to cross all those impediments again by thinking Lord Krishna and catching his lotus feet with great faith and firmness. So Lord further says, whatever state of being one remembers when he quits the body, that state he will attain without fail. So at the time of death, that's a great example in this purport Prabhupada gives, that Bharat Maharaj is a great, great devotee, great personality. But at the time of his death, he was remembering about the dear. D-E-R, dear, D-E-R, dear. So because of that, Bharat Maharaj was the soul was transferred to the body of deer. But the good part is, even in the body of deer, he was never forgetting Lord Krishna. That was the best part, because he had done the bhakti 99.9999%. At the time of only that death, at that time, he did not remember. He was remembering about the deer. That was the only thing. But he did. So Bharat Maharaj was a great example. Even the best of the devotees, if he is not in a position to remember God alone, Krishna alone, Supreme Personality of God alone, then his birth may get impacted. So we have to think. So what is the best way to think at the time of death? It's like an unannounced examination. Death is unannounced. Never, it can be only our Rupa Vilas Prabhuji always used to say, once eternity is there, it will happen in one of the 7 days. Monday to Sunday or Sunday to Monday. Within the 7 days only it will happen. That is certain. But which date, which time, that is not known to anybody in advance. So you have to be prepared. Like in the college, sometimes they used to have an unannounced quiz. So they will not give the exam date sort of thing. They will say that today quiz, and that mark also will be counted. Then for that, what one has to do? Every day he has to study. Not one day before the exam. The same way, we have to do chanting and remembering of Krishna 365 days, 24/7. Then only we will be in a position to remember at the time of death automatically. And what is the best way? Abhyasa. Abhyasa yoga suktena chetasa nanya gamina paramam purusham divyam yati partha anuchintayan. Anuchintayan is always thinking, constantly thinking, anuchintayan. Constantly remembering, constantly meditating, constantly thinking of Lord. Then that is by Abhyasa yoga, that is practice of meditation. Then yati, divyam yati, that means he will attain the transcendental body. The mind, and also Lord gives a very practical solution for all of us. We are all, in the material life. So Lord also gives that, what he says, that you always engage your mind in remembering me. So you can do, like Arjuna, he was saying that you can do fighting also. But at the same time, all the action has to be on my behalf, and it should be surrendered to me. So whatever we are going to do in the day-to-day life, we have to think of Krishna, and the actions, whatever fruits, whether it is success, failure, whatsoever comes, we have to offer it to the Lord. So that is the practical solution Lord gives through Bhagavad Gita. So let us always chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra and also remember Lord Krishna and do whatsoever our material life, and nothing should be done for the satisfaction of our personal self. It should be for the satisfaction of the Lord, and do the service to the Lord. And in the next Prabhupada quote also is very, very connected with this. So you offer everything for the service of the Lord, and then you will reach back home, back to Godhead. So this letter is written to Govinda Dasi. Gaura Sundar Das and Govinda Dasi were very, very dear to Srila Prabhupada. And the couple did lots of seva and personal seva for Prabhupada also. Then whatsoever his orders were there, they were executing. And this letter was written by Prabhupada when Govinda Dasi Mataji was in Hawaii. And in the Hawaii, before this November 5th, 1970, there was one devotee by name Sai. He has created some misunderstanding in the minds of the public or other devotees. So she was little, disappointed, and she has written about the past incidents to Prabhupada. Then in response to that letter, Prabhupada writes, your description of past incidents may be forgotten. We are not concerned with past misunderstandings. We are concerned only with progressive service to Krishna. So what it means, and also along with the letter, he also sent a draft letter, whomsoever it may concern. And Prabhupada attached the letter. He said that you print my letter and distribute among the public so that the misunderstanding created earlier gets vanished, and that can be rectified. So think of the future. So like in the previous Namamrita also, you don't worry about the past. what you had done in your previous millions and billions of births, what you did, or even as of today, till yesterday, what all you did, you forget. That is the past incident may be forgotten, past life may be forgotten. Today onwards, you take a determination that I will always think of Krishna, I will do all my service to Krishna, and then your life will become successful. Thank you so much for giving the opportunity. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Guru Maharaj, all glories to Shiksha Guruji,